Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the one reality that you truly exist within. Welcome to the pure light of divine love, divine peace, and divine truth. I welcome you and I meet you here in this one light upon light upon light existence that we all truly live in, and the only existence when we look that we can find that is complete and real and so pure, just true isness. So the only place where we all can actually exist, and that every other realm in reality, no matter how much beauty and wonder and magic and majesty that they contain, are not the one reality, and that any lights that come from those realities actually come and originate from the one reality. And that every bad feeling, every finite thought, every lower dimensional reality are absolutely non-realities and completely illusory. And so many of us are waking up to this now, not just here on planet Earth, but in other realms and realities that, as I said, contain light from the one reality, but they themselves are also not the one reality. And this beautiful shift of light is also happening in many hell realms, or dark realities, as we may call them. And Earth is this beautiful, wonderful space of possibility and opportunity, and really a magnetic point of light for so many of us to help and bring this one true reality forward through what we are all experiencing here in the Earth experience, the Earth reality experience. So that this one true reality is being revealed throughout every layer of light and realms and realities other than the one reality. This light of the one reality is coming forward through all of us who are awakening into, it's infiltrating all these non-realities and realms, and is appearing and coming as the light of itself, this pure light of true divinity, the true divinity that we are all one with in what often feels like is inside of us. And the more we know this light inside of us, the more we experience it as who we are, beyond thought, beyond physical experience. And as we do that, then that inner and outer that is often talked about in spiritual circles disappears, and this one reality, the one place we all truly live, shines forth and is revealed, as I said, greater and greater and greater and clearer and more deeply, and until it will be complete and we will all remember who we really are and where it looks like we came from, because now where it looks like we came from is where we are fully and where we are all experiencing ourselves together in perfect harmony and loving celebration of ourselves, our true selves, our essence selves, and each other's true selves and essence selves. And we exist here with that nameless, wonderful energy that is beyond a specific being or entity, and of pure divine love and consciousness. And so, as this is happening, so much of the non-realities are coming forth into the light, because doesn't that make sense? The light is getting greater, and so nothing can hide from the light, because as we live in the one reality together, it's light upon light upon light, and this experience points to a true omniscience, not a psychological understanding of omniscience, not a limited control seeking energy that isn't real, that seeks to be powerful over others. True omniscience. So what I mean by that, if you don't already know or are feeling that as I say it, is that when we are realized, capital R, is who we really are, and we have this light upon light upon light, we have access to all that is truly real. And in that access, that experience can be referred to as omniscient, because we are all knowing of everything that is true and real in the light, and we are all loving with everything that is true and real in the light, and we are one with it so deeply that it is like this Gnostic, just so highly advanced, conscious, experiential, alive, aware of our awareness experience. And that's something that I love talking about, and I'd be more than happy to talk about more with anyone that's interested, or on another video. Let me know. But what we're talking about today is this light coming forward, and as we're experiencing ourselves in this way, and nothing can be hidden, and we don't want it to be hidden. And so there's much happening in many realms, as I said, but today we're going to talk about the earth realm, and a lot of what's happening is really challenging for many who are still living in a third dimensional reality, where they think mind, body, and emotions are all that they are comprised of. And then there are many of us starseeds who are very awake to what's really happening and embracing that and helping call it forth. And then there are many that are kind of, in between. There's a lot of talk of the third dimension to the fifth dimension. So those are people For me, everything is multi-dimensional. It's immeasurable. So while these are great terms to point us forward and remembering who we really are, ultimately, when we are in this state of loving omniscience that is our true selves at one with divinity and every other being of light, as I was saying, and that experience, we are just so one and alive with everything. And so there are no veils pulling us away from that, and we're not going to count light upon light upon light. It's such a concept, a limited concept from that place. So that's nothing we're going to be paying attention to from that place, and there's nothing wrong with paying attention to that as we are becoming who we truly are more and more. But as I was saying, there's many people that are on this kind of precipice of leaving the third dimensional reality, which is a non-reality, and has been given so much acknowledgement as a reality, but is a non-reality, and they're on the precipice of something so much greater. And so initially it can be helpful to talk about fourth, fifth dimension, but truly what we're all on the precipice of is knowing ourselves in this deep, amazing, kind of indescribable, really, way. So it's challenging. It's challenging, and there is a lot coming forth, and it can be a mix of experiences, but really, it's good. It's good, and typically we come to this planet Earth, this realm, this limited reality, and which is ultimately, though, is the one reality, and we have these experiences, and we are encouraged to align with third dimensional reality and knowing. We're encouraged to approach energy through third dimensional reality, and that's never gonna be very fulfilling from a third dimensional perspective. So it's like these challenges that arise, instead of knowing that they are things we can transcend, it's all energy and everything is transcendable, it's given this importance that it doesn't have, and then therefore it takes on a heaviness and a challenge that it need not have. It need not have, because it's not ultimately true. And I am here to point you to the truth. I am here for you, capital H, here in the one reality with you here. You are in the one reality, and I am showing you and helping you remember the truth, or just helping you enter that more deeply, and we celebrate that together. So if anyone is struggling, maybe you're struggling, or maybe you know others that are struggling, and of course we can look out into the world easily and see people that are struggling. We want to hold them in the love and the light that we have access to. So whatever you're experiencing, whatever love and light you have access to, you are being called now to embody that light more and lovingly share whatever light you have access to with those around you. And of course, they don't need to know what you're doing, and some of them will want to know, and you'll know it will feel right to talk about it. And you can learn more about discernment also if we're not sure how to talk to others about it, and maybe you begin to speak about it and you realize it's too much for that person right now. They're not ready. They're more in their personhood than their beinghood. And so you can recalibrate celebrate what you're sharing. And then there might be people in your life that you absolutely know that you can't speak with openly about what you know. But that doesn't dim your light, and that does not diminish your ability and your capacity to share this loving, beautiful light with others. So we can be this light. We walk what appears to be in the world with this light as this light, and we can acknowledge our experience and the experience of others. So if you find yourself struggling with what's happening in the world right now, this is June of 2020, you acknowledge what you're feeling, and letting the light of your consciousness be the space that anything you might be struggling with or any low vibrational energies you're experiencing, they arise within the one reality, within your loving awareness and consciousness of that. And maybe you're coming in and out of struggling and feeling really connected. So you're feeling very connected to the light. You're really sharing and radiating the light. And then you go into struggle and you bring your awareness to that. And this is another thing I can talk more about. And I have already some videos about bringing awareness to process and transcend, and the process of spiritual alchemy to change these non-realities and transmute these energies that aren't real, that are not ultimately real, and they feel so real, and that's perfect and fine and normal and part of the process. And then, like I was saying, also, we are here to acknowledge other people's experience. So we need to acknowledge ourselves first as needed and as necessary, and know that we're always helping others as we help ourselves. We're all interconnected. And so as we work through any low vibrational negative energies and veils of consciousness that we're experiencing, energies that veil us from our true consciousness, we are absolutely helping every being in existence. And certainly it's touching the light of the beings around us. So it's touching their experience of life, of these lives, lowercase l, that they're living, to bring forward the life, capital L, within them. So a beautiful gift that we're all being called to share, those of us that already have this awareness or are finding it now, is to then acknowledge other beings. Simple acknowledgement. It's so powerful, and it's so very healing, and so many people are so deserving of this acknowledgement. So there are a lot of people hurting. There are people that they've come into this realm and they've agreed to have certain experiences to help, and they don't have awareness yet that this is the journey they're on, and they're in pain. They've been neglected, they've been mistreated, they've been marginalized, and all sorts of other experiences. But right now, as this movement is coming forward in these various waves, things were happening the last few years with political climate throughout the world changing and bringing forth and revealing a lot of darkness, and then recently the global pandemic experience, and now we're experiencing the release of oppression and using judgment and non-truths to repress and oppress people through the breakthroughs that are happening right now with the racial tension that is happening in the United States and is churning up a lot of energy globally, because of course, why wouldn't it? It makes so much sense. We're all interconnected and we are one planet and one reality coming forth. And so as this is happening, the light workers such as ourselves, we are being called to lovingly acknowledge any pain that anyone is experiencing. So whether it's someone one-on-one in your life, or if you're witnessing something through social media, or a friend is sharing a story about another person they know or something they've seen happening, and there's so much happening, everyone's coming out, and so many people are coming together. And so there's just a lot happening right now, and it's good. It's so good. I hope so many are already seeing this, and just to strengthen the energy of the light and the acknowledgement. Love acknowledges everything, and I mean pure, non-conceptual love, the divine conscious love that we are all one with and that we all contain for ourselves, and that we're absolutely able to share with each other in such a powerful way. This love acknowledges everything. And so whatever you're seeing, we can acknowledge it energetically. And then if you feel guided to speak to someone, that's beautiful. And with anything that someone is transcending, we always want to meet them where they're at as much as possible. So no matter what the topic, it's about honoring that person in their process, and staying true to the light at the same time. And that can be tricky. It doesn't have to be. And like I said, this is a great time to play with deepening your intuition and your experience of discernment, and knowing what feels right to say and what maybe feels a little off, and then recalibrating. But the main point and message and the light that is coming through from divinity for all of us is to lovingly acknowledge the pain that people have experienced, and meet them where they're at in this loving place, and give them our support. And what a beautiful, beautiful gift. And to be able to do this is such a beautiful gift. But we really do it riding this wave of light that is coming in and is transforming everything that is not divine, and releasing it back into the nothingness that it's born from. And so for this reason, this is a good process. This is a wonderful process. This is a process to embrace as much as we can, and be here for ourselves, as I said, and others as we can. And that's another thing that we can play with, the coming and going of, one day we might be feeling wonderful and connected, as I said, and then later that day or the next day, not so much. So, and feeling like really showing up and present with a capital P, that experiential presence of our loving awareness. And then maybe we're doing that for a while, and then it's time to take a step back and be with ourselves, and taking care of ourselves more, and maybe not out participating in that way. So whatever is happening for you, you can trust the light within you and the divine love within you to guide you and lead you, and and share the love that you are with yourself, and really letting this light that's coming forward activate the light in you more deeply. I start my videos typically with welcoming everyone and meeting everyone from this one existence we really live in. And I do this to activate this light and this love and this all these beautiful divine qualities that we truly are, to activate that within us so that we're feeling it, and then that is now becoming stronger than a psychological personhood experience that we've had, and it's deepening this light and this experience of ourselves as light, and we are now identifying with the experience of light we're having inside, and just our attention is no longer on the psychological experiences, the personhood experiences, the low vibrational experiences that we've identified with. So just notice now how you're feeling. And are you feeling activated? Are you feeling this light upon light upon light within you? And is it strengthening this light within you and this experience of this light and this knowing of yourself as this light? Or is it fluffing up, bringing up uncomfortable feelings or thoughts or memories, energies? That's all fine and perfect too. Because if we have an energy, a low vibrational energy we have not processed, then it's because we weren't meant to process it at that moment beyond time, that moment, that space it's pointing to. Because the past and the future, and even sometimes the present, is referred to in a limited conceptual way, because we are the one reality, and the one reality is the only thing that's true. And so all of the non-truths are happening right now, and they exist beyond time. And when we heal something, we are actually healing it, or if you prefer to say, processing the energy, or transcending, or the alchemy, spiritual alchemy, that is happening beyond time. So in our beings, we let go of thought and identifying with ourselves in a limited way and as a psychological person, and enough to allow the presence of divine light as ourselves and as pure divinity and as the beingness of who we are to come forward for a shift to happen. And then once those energies are shifted, the light is now here, and we begin to integrate that, and that can happen to various degrees, as many of you already know. So I'm just inviting you to feel now what we've been sharing in this video. I've pointed to a lot of lights and veils and experiences. And so let's take a moment, feel whatever's happening for you now naturally without trying, whether that's comfortable or uncomfortable. It's perfect. You are perfect. And let's just breathe together, letting the light be here, deepening for us or supporting us if we're uncomfortable. And either way, just letting yourself acknowledge and be aware of something you weren't aware of before you started listening to this video. So it's like acknowledging a gift that has come forward. Because even if you're noticing something uncomfortable or having a memory of something uncomfortable you experienced, that you have experienced and are experiencing, because like I said, it's all happening now, the timeless now, it's still an insight and a gift, because now it is not hidden from you. And that which cannot hide has been brought into the light, and now there is more light. And like I was saying, the light is coming in more and more. And so there's less space, non-reality space for low vibrational energies and veils and finite thoughts to hide. And so that's always empowering. It's always empowering. Because you are a beautiful, wonderful, magnificent being of love and light. And I cherish you, and you are cherished by divinity itself. So let's take another moment. Feel what you're feeling. Feel any gifts, any insights, any empowering information or experiences that have come forward. Feeling whatever this video has awakened in you in this one pure light. And let yourself receive it, align with it, and let it combine with what you already know and knew, and know in a deeper sense. And then experience empowerment through this, and feel without thinking, if you can. And if there's thoughts there, that's fine. There's still a lot of good, wonderful things happening right now. Feeling how this empowers you to move forward with the light and bring the light deeper for yourself and from your being to share with others. Because really you are sharing this with all beings everywhere. We all love and cherish one another, and we all exist in the one reality of light with each other. And we all are in celebration of this, alive, eternal celebration. Thank you for joining me. And I give you and share with you all of my love and support, and I am here for you. So please feel free to reach out to me. My website, a link to my website will be in the description of this video. Feel free to reach out to me, watch my other videos, get in touch with me for a session, or ask me a question, or even just however you experience me now as I'm sharing this light with you. You can feel my vibration of light and call upon that light and connect with my light at any time, any moment, from wherever you are and whatever you're experiencing. And I am there because I am already here with you to love and support and and to see you and honor you in the timeless, immortal, eternal existence of pure light and love and joy that we all live within.